Why is it hard for people to do this?
Yeah. So when people just hear the word, like some leaders that we work with, they won't tell people that we're coming into the organization because people get nervous. And here's the deal, Brandon, you and I right now, we're improvising. I have no idea what you're going to ask me. I'm literally talking and making it up as I go. But when we put a label on something, when we label it and we think, oh my gosh, I'm going without a script, I'm thinking quickly on the feet, I have to trust myself. What? That is very scary to a lot of people. And so it is just like, I always say this, improv, anything you want to be better at in your life is just like going to the gym. The more reps you put in, the stronger you get. The more comfortable you get with the uncomfortable, whether it be taking an improv class, whether it be signing up for a cooking class because you're horrible at cooking, whatever it might be that it scares you, the more comfortable you get with that concept, the less scary it becomes. So that is the challenge, is really helping people overcome their own limiting beliefs and blocks. And once people do that, and generally we can make that happen in a session in the first 20 minutes with a group, because all it takes is this domino effect of one person leaning into the positive energy that we create and any improv group creates. And then you're just in play. And it takes time though to break that down. And that is the biggest challenge.
Yeah. Okay. So great opening summary of improv. I'm totally sold. I love this concept. I've loved this concept and I love the way you describe it. Now let's kind of hone in on 2023. What are you seeing as the greatest needs with the audiences you're working for today? What is it that they're seeking to get from their time with you and the work that they do with you?
Yeah, so it's interesting because, okay, I had to overcome my own limiting belief in this, and I'm going to get to your question. I'm going to answer it through this answer, but for a long time, I knew I had a message to share with the world, but I was still learning what that message was. I was still experiencing this message in order to fully understand it so I could teach it. And for the longest time, I was afraid of my own voice, of stepping out from my team of amazing, hilarious improv professionals and teaching this message. Now, once I overcame that limiting belief and I started stepping on stages and realizing that people needed this message more than ever, which I'll get to in just a minute, I witnessed what I witness in every workshop, that limiting belief, that block, that fear that we put up, that wall that we put up that prevents us from leaning into the person, the professional, the being that we're supposed to be. So now my team does most of our workshops, which are the power skill training workshops. Things like effective communication are huge with teams right now. Leadership. I will tell you, people are really craving connection when it comes to the work that we do inside of a workshop. When it comes to just individuals, groups of humans, I am seeing women in particular, and I just, any people who have gone through these past 3 years have a very limiting belief of their own self-worth, their own love for themselves, and this idea of failure as this very fearful word has really plagued a lot of people, because a lot of people through the pandemic felt like they were constantly failing. I'm going to speak for myself. I was pivot after pivot after pivot, fail after fail after fail. And so I've leaned into this concept of fail-fluencing. It's not influencing, it's fail-fluencing, but I've leaned into this concept of getting comfortable with failure. And then through that lens, really helping people find their inner voice and self-love, which can help them show up to anyone in their life with a more selfless capability.